So dear students, we have done basic topic of adverb. We have done its kinds also. Okay, because to understand this concept of 8th class, adverbial phrases and adverbial clauses, it was very much compulsory to learn about adverb and its kinds. We have done this topic in detail. After that, I have taught you adverbial phrase. I have taught you adverbial phrase. We have done kinds of adverbial phrase also yesterday. So today we will be doing adverbial clause. Today we will be doing adverbial clause. Okay. Adverbial clause or that boy is saying that we were not able to complete that exercise of adverbial phrase. We have done only 4 questions. So let's continue with the adverbial phrase. Okay. We have discussed only 4 sentences of this boy. Go there. There is no need of book. I'm writing each and everything on book, blackboard. It's better that you sit separate. Otherwise, you are diverting my attention. I'm not able to teach properly. So we were doing sentence number 5 of adverbial phrase, page number 50. So yesterday we have done the all kinds of adverbial phrase in detail. So today we will be discussing exercise on the explanation, on the basis of the explanation that I did yesterday. Okay. So 5th line is Rizwana plays tennis like a champion. So like a champion. It means like a champion will be our adverbial phrase because it is a group of words. Okay, and it is telling how the action was going on. But which kind is this? Manner. Why it is manner? Because it is giving the answer of how the action was done. So it will be adverbial phrase of manner. Clear? Now let's move to 6th sentence. Roma bought a beautiful scarf from the craft fair. From the crafts fair? From the crafts fair. So what it is telling us? It is telling us adverbial phrase of place. Clear? So adverbial phrase of place, it will be from the crafts fair, it will be adverbial phrase of place. Clear? Now 7th we have the carpenter cut the wood with a saw. With the saw is showing you the purpose. How the action was done? How the action was done? See, you are saying adverbial phrase of purpose. So purpose shows reason. For example, it is telling why this action happened. It is telling the reason. I went there to enjoy a party. Why did you go there? What was the purpose? What was the reason? Why did you go there? So what will be the answer? I went there to enjoy a party. So it is telling the reason. It is telling the purpose to enjoy a party. But here the question is, the carpenter cut the wood with a saw. It is not telling the purpose or reason. It is telling how did the woodcutter cut the wood. How the action was done. So when it is giving the answer of how, so with a saw will be adverbial phrase of, again one student is saying purpose. Adverbial phrase of manner. Clear? See, think about logic. Sometimes if you get struck, if you get confused, then you relate it with another example. Okay, that I have taken example. I went there to enjoy a party. Why did you go there? To enjoy a party. It means what was the reason? What was the purpose? What was the cause? So straight away answer will be adverb of purpose. But here I cut the whatever the tree with a saw. How did you cut the tree? By using a saw. It means how the action was done. So when it is giving the answer of how, it means the action is done using a manner. So it will be adverbial phrase of manner. It means with a saw, this phrase, this group of word is telling the manner how the action was performed, how the action was done. Clear? Am I clear to you? Now 8. Sanjay is studying hard to become a historian. To become a historian. To become a historian. So why is Sanjay working hard? To become a historian. So this is the purpose. This is the purpose, reason. So what it will be? It will be adverbial phrase of purpose, because it is telling about the reason why the action has been done. Clear? So adverbial phrase of purpose. So now 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th sentence is clear. What will be their answer and how to solve it? What is the logic behind? Don't copy as it is. First of all, solve your answer. Then match it with Blackboard and listen about the explanation that I'm giving you why this answer is here. Okay? So you should have a logic for that. Now let's take example of 9. The child smiled in gratitude. What is the meaning of gratitude? What is the meaning of gratitude? Yes, showing thankfulness. If you are showing thankfulness to anybody, it means you are showing gratitude. So as a student of 8th class, you should know the meaning of gratitude. You should know the meaning of gratitude. Instead of passing smiles in class, learn the meaning. Yes, gratitude means? Otherwise, you will be welcomed out. Yes. If you don't pay attention in my class. The child smiled in gratitude. It means, how did the child smile? How did the child smile? So it will be, why are you shouting? Am I deaf? You speak softly. You all are audible, very much audible. So adverbial phrase of manner, because it is telling how the action is going on, how the child smiled. He smiled, he gave a smile to show his thankfulness in gratitude. My aunt is coming here for a holiday. Place will be, if it is only single word, it is showing adverb. But we have to find out phrase. Phrase means we have to find out group of words. So what is a group of words here? Why is your aunt coming here? What is the reason? What is the cause? So what will be this kind? Adverbial, speak full. Adverbial phrase of purpose. Adverbial phrase of purpose. Clear? So that will be your answer. Clear? Now we are going to do, after phrases, we are going to do clauses. See, as you have already done, clause have two types, main clause and subordinate clause. Main clause and subordinate clause. Main clause is also known as principal clause. Main clause is also known as, see, main clause, it stands alone, it conveys its proper meaning, it is independent. Okay, so these are the qualities of main clause. See, what is main clause? Main clause, another name is principal clause. It stands alone. What is the meaning of it stands alone? It means it is to convey its proper meaning. It is not dependent on others. So it means it is independent. It means if it wants to convey any of the meaning, it can convey. If we read half of the sentence, only main clause, so it will be able to convey its proper meaning. It will convey its proper information. That's why name is given principal, because it is head clause. It is main clause. It stands alone. It is not dependent on other. It has its own meaning. It has its own meaning. So this is known as main clause. Who spoke subordinate? So it is main clause. After that we have subordinate. So what is the other name of subordinate? It means dependent clause. Doesn't convey proper meaning. Doesn't convey full proper meaning, and if it wants to convey its meaning, it is dependent on. So that's why what name is given to it? Dependent clause, because it is not conveying proper meaning. It means if we read only subordinate clause, meaning will not be clear. It will be considered half sentence. And if we want to understand its meaning, it has to be dependent on main clause. So that's why it does not convey full or proper meaning. It is dependent on main clause. That's why it is known as subordinate clause. Okay, and subordinate clause have three kinds. First is noun clause, then adverb clause, and next we have adjective clause. But now in PT2 you have only one clause in your syllabus, adverb clause. And another name of adverb clause that is given in your book is adverbial clause. That is adverbial clause. Adverb clause is given another name, that is adverbial clause. Am I clear to you? So adverbial clause is given. Its another name is adverb clause. Now we will be discussing different kinds of adverbial clause and what is basically adverbial clause. To understand adverbial clause, it was very much compulsory to understand the meaning of clause. Okay, so you understood this meaning? Now in phrase, I have told you it is only a group of words. But what is the recognition of clause? What is the recognition of clause? I just tell you. See, clause will have a subject. It will have a verb also. Clause will have a subject and it will have a main verb also. Okay, and both sentences will be joined using any of the conjunction, and this conjunction can be like as soon as, although, okay, like that, before, after, whenever, wherever. So whenever there is a main clause, after that we have, but it is not compulsory that after main clause there will be subordinate clause. It depends, it varies from one sentence to another. But when we join main clause and subordinate clause, this subordinate clause will start from these words like before, after, wherever. Okay, for example, I went there before the guest came. So I went there, it is making sense or not? I went there before the guests came. I went there is making sense. It is main clause. Before the guest came. Incomplete. To convey its proper meaning, it is dependent on main clause. Before the guest came, it will be subordinate clause, and this subordinate clause starts with conjunction before. So this subordinate clause will be which clause? Adverbial clause. Okay, this subordinate clause will be adverbial clause. Now let's start doing the kinds of adverbial clause. When your clause starts with because, after, before, chalk de do mujhe jara, before, after, wherever, since, wherever, since, so all these are considered conjunctions, and with these conjunctions, these subordinate clauses begin. Okay, now let's take examples to understand this concept. First, adverbial clauses of time. First kind we have is adverbial clauses of time. How? Tell me. For example, after, before, until, since, till, after, before, since, until, till. So write down all these examples. If you are not interested, you can move out. Yes. After, before, until, since, till, as soon as, as long as. So all these come into the category of because we have to take subordinate clause, and this subordinate clause should begin with these conjunctions. I have written these conjunctions. Okay, for example, Do not disturb me when I am teaching. Do not disturb me when I am teaching. So this example I have taken, and first of all, I'm going to do not disturb me when I am teaching. Do not disturb me when I'm teaching. So this sentence I'm going to divide into two parts. Do not disturb me. It is what? It is making sense or not? It is making sense or not? It is standing alone. It is not dependent on other. It is, if I speak only, do not disturb me, it is conveying meaning. But if I speak only when I am teaching, it is not making sense. It is dependent on main clause. So it is a subordinate clause. But you have to tell which kind is this when I am teaching. So this starts with which conjunction? When. So when any of subordinate clause starts with these conjunctions like after, before, since, until, till, as soon as long as, when your subordinate clause starts with these conjunction, so this clause will come into which category? It will come into the category of adverbial. Yes, adverbial clause of time. First of all, you have to divide sentence into two parts. First is main clause, second is subordinate clause. Now in this syllabus, you have only adverbial clause, but you have to tell which adverbial clause is this. Further adverbial clause have different kinds. So first kind that I have discussed with you, it is of time. How will you say it is of time? When your subordinate clause starts with these words: after, before, since, until, till, as soon as long as. You stand here as long as I teach you. So as long as I teach you, it will be your adverbial clause of time. I went there as soon as she needed my help. You just wait here till I come or until I come. Okay, like that. Students have already opened their books before the teacher entered. Before the teacher entered. Before the teacher entered. Subordinate clause, adverbial clause of. So it is very much compulsory to write down all these things. Only then you will be able to understand adverbial clause of time. Clear? Am I clear to you? Next kind we have is adverbial clause of place. Okay. So place. When your sentence starts with where or wherever, it means it is denoting place. Huh? Yes. I know the place or I know the address where he lives. I know the address where he lives. If I speak only this line, I know the address. It is conveying meaning. So it will be main clause. Where he lives. Which kind is this? Adverbial clause of place. Why it is adverbial clause of place? Because it starts with the conjunction. It starts with the conjunction. Am I clear to you? Now it was second kind we have discussed. Now let's move to third kind. Adverbial clause of purpose. See, I went there so that I can teach my students. I went there, main clause, so that I can teach my students. It is telling the purpose. It is telling the reason why I went there. I went there so that I can teach my students. So the purpose is clear with the clause so that I can teach my student. So this will be subordinate clause, and subordinate clause, which kind will be there? Adverbial clause of purpose, because it is telling the reason. It is telling the cause, reason, purpose, why I went there. Okay. So how will you come to know that it is a purpose when so that is written? Only so is written. So that, or you can say lest, or in order to. In order to. You jot down. A new committee was found in order to discuss new rules. In order to discuss new rules. We eat so that we may live. We eat so that we may live. So that we may live. Okay. He is so nice that everybody likes him. That everybody likes him. Why everybody? Why he is liked by everyone? He is so kind that everybody likes him. That everybody likes him. So that will be your subordinate clause. It means adverbial clause of purpose or reason. Am I clear? Yes. This concept is clear? Yes. Now we have discussed three kinds of clauses. Now next kind we have adverbial clause of cause or reason. Sorry, in adverbial clause, cause, reason and purpose, these are all different. Here purpose and its result is there. Purpose and its result is there. Because these words so that, lest, so, in order to, these all words will tell the result. All these words will tell about the result. So it will come into the category of adverbial clause of purpose or result. But now I'm going to discuss adverbial clause of purpose or cause or reason. We will continue this topic tomorrow. Now bell has gone.